Hey everyone, it's Jeremy with another video. Do you compare your results against those of other more successful people? Doing this, especially in trading, can hurt your performance a lot more than you now think. Let's do this. Let me start with a little metaphor about jealous tree. The jealous tree said, "I will never be as big as that tree over there." And he never did. Generally speaking, younger people have big goals and dreams. Do you disagree? Just speak to any child aged 4 until let's say 12 years old. Ask them the question on what they want to become when they grow up. The most common response will be, "I want to be like this athlete, this actor," or some similar answer. Why is it that the answer to the question isn't, "I want to work at a call center," or as a cashier in a grocery store? Now don't get me wrong, all jobs are respectable, and I'm not trying to downplay any of them. But the truth is, the older we get, the more society boxes in our dreams and goals. That's exactly what this metaphor stands for. While we all share big goals and dreams when younger, only a very few go on and achieve it. I would argue that most people fall victim to the mindset of limiting beliefs by the time we become young adults. The older we get, the bigger the belief gap between who we are and who we want it to be. Once the gap to who we want to become seems unsurmountable, our mind forces us to accept our lives, and our dreams and goals are most likely forever shattered. If you ask yourself, why the actual fuck is he talking about, sorry for my language, about jealous trees, goals and dreams when he should be talking about trading and comparing results? Well, what I said previously is hugely relevant. When we compare ourselves to other people and compare our results to those of other people, this will have an effect on how you feel. If you look at successful people and it makes you feel insecure, full of doubts, and maybe even hate yourself, then self-comparison is a huge problem. Our minds quickly paint this rosy picture of success. We all fall victim to it. But that causes you to get demotivated, stressed, generally unhappy, and sometimes even cause depression in the most extreme cases. Often, a lack of information is what leads to this rosy picture, because without knowing which paths in your eyes successful people walked, how many obstacles they had to overcome, and what sacrifices they made along the way, there's absolutely no way to compare ourselves to them. Our minds always look for the easy way. People are lazy by nature. Therefore, it is essential to understand that most overnight success stories started years before we learn about them. Well, I think that's quite enough on the theoretical part. Now let us focus on the practical side, where you can take notes and take away some tips, so keep your pen and paper close. First, I want to emphasize that your state of mind is essential when trading. You cannot allow your emotions to take over when you are under stress. Your self-image contributes to the ability to remain calm. It's all linked together, and therefore extremely important to focus, not just on the task at hand, but also on your state of your mind and body. The best way to not feel any negative emotions when looking at other people's results is to be thankful for your own journey. There will always be people who perform better, are smarter, and have achieved more than you. It is about what you can do, what you can achieve in life, and as long as these things are ingrained in your mind, you will start to have a more positive outlook on life. Be the best version of you! I have developed 3 ways which help me achieve this state of mind. The first one occurs when you expose yourself to stress, anxiety, thoughts of low self-esteem, and self-doubt. These emotions will affect your decision-making process without you even noticing it. If you don't know what signals to look for, a couple of them are anxiety, stress, fear, and feeling physically sick. As I have been struggling with a health condition from an early age, I can tell from experience that I can overrule all of these emotions by having a powerful mind. To anybody out there battling an illness or struggling in another way, physically or mentally, know that there is no reason not to perform on a high level. You just have to build yourself a strong mind. Which leads me to my second point, and that is an excellent way to build a solid mental picture of yourself. You achieve this by exercising gratitude. Write down 3 things you are grateful for each day. It might feel stupid when you first start, but believe me, by thinking of at least 3 things you are grateful for, you help your mind get positive and feel better about yourself. The key to this is consistency and repetition. It has to become a habit. I have a couple of examples to inspire you if you have difficulty thinking of things immediately. You could be grateful for a loving family, a roof over your head, the job you just landed, the side hustle you are working on, or, most importantly, your health. There literally are a million tiny things to be grateful for, so there's absolutely no reason for you not to be grateful. The last point I want to make, and the last lesson I want to give you, is essential. Focus on the lessons learned and turn those negative experiences into positivity moving forward. A couple of examples on how to rewire your brain into this way of thinking. That large loss that I suffered today, I will never recover. If you could only turn this into, that large loss that I had today showed me the imperfections in my system and risk management. I'll make sure that I'll never make these mistakes again, and although it may take a while to recover, this lesson is priceless. Do you notice the difference in tone? Another example. The market just turned against me. It is manipulated. Turn this into, today I had a bad day. It seems I don't understand the behavior of the market as well as I thought, and this caused me to make mistakes. I can learn from this by investigating why the market moved in this particular direction. I might have missed something. These are typical examples of mistakes that I made, the mindset that I could have had, and the exercised mindset. I wouldn't be where I am today without resilience, ingenuity, and persistence. But all of those personality traits are forged by my mistakes. What you can do to manipulate your mind into another way of thinking, start with writing a journal. Write down your achievements, successes, and failures on a daily basis. Write down how you felt with every one of them, and leave a little bit of space to rewrite that feeling later on. After a week or a month, review your journal and rewrite your emotions to give you a more positive outlook. By doing this consistently, your mind will slowly but surely implement the lessons learned from rewriting, and the need to rewrite them will disappear. There's absolutely no easier way to track your progress. If you are making repetitive mistakes, write them down and the feeling you experience afterward, and place this in your home or office for you to see daily. By ingraining this into your brain, the next time you face a similar situation, the image of the text will pop up in your mind and most likely prohibit you from making the same mistake again. This is because you can feel the emotion before it actually happens. Let us summarize what you've just listened to. Your state of mind is important. Exercising gratitude can rewire the mental picture of yourself. Journaling your emotions connected to the decisions and rewrite them later on to rewire your brain. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, hit that like button, subscribe and turn those bell notifications on. Thanks for watching and have an awesome day.